waving twice, once to Instagram and once to Facebook. Instagram, Facebook, camera one, camera two, camera one. Good morning. How is everybody? I'm doing this morning's meditation live from, well, where I woke up not too long ago. And it actually works out pretty well because behind the cameras here is a big window and it offers some nice lighting. So I don't have to crank my ring light up and scare everybody. Happy Friday, Rebecca, and waves to everybody who are popping in. Happy May. Um, I actually am proud of myself because I remembered this morning it's like an old wives' tale or I think it may actually be um, well, I don't want to reference it incorrectly, but growing up in New Orleans, the tradition on the first of every month was to wake up in the morning, and if the first words uttered out of your mouth were rabbit, rabbit, then you were supposed to have a very blessed and lucky month. I have no idea why. And outside of Louisiana culture, I met with puzzled faces when I say that. But I woke up this morning and went, rabbit, rabbit. So if you haven't said anything out loud yet, say it now. Rabbit, rabbit. I cannot be held responsible for whether or not you have a good month. But if it works, do it every month. I texted my daughter because she sleeps in forever, and all the text said was rabbit, rabbit. So she'll wake up in the morning and know exactly what to do. So, good morning, everybody. Just chit chatting a little bit so that everybody has an opportunity to hop on. Who's gonna hop on? Got my beverage this morning. Hopefully, you do too. Um, I don't know. It just feels deep down like it's going to be a good day. I don't know if you ever wake up and just kind of have that feeling, but I have that feeling for sure. Oh, and by the way, did you notice that the clock above my head is the incorrect time? So it tick tocks too loudly when I sleep. So I let the battery run out and then I set it to 11:11. So it's always 11:11. So I'm a little cuckoo that way. So I hope you know what you signed up for. All right. Put my coffee to the side there and scroll the comments for just a little bit because I feel like I'm so neglectful, but I often don't want to waste people's time because I know you want to get into oh, Claudia, the tradition is in New York as well. Okay. Ron says, I say coffee, coffee. Yeah, I feel you there. That's so interesting. I'm gonna have to do a little digging and find out what exactly where the roots are in that because I'm sure that it's cultural and I'm being neglectful by not referencing where it actually originates. All right. Anyway, everybody, I hope that you're enjoying our meditations. And as I say, every time I encourage people to hop on, this is not a 14 days and it gets harder or more complicated as we go. You can pop in and out as you please. If this is your very first time meditating with me, I will say at least I highly recommend, and I'm going to pin it to the top of my Facebook later today. I put together a video for anybody who's just starting out with some really basic tips on how to find the most comfortable way to sit and a suggestion for breathing and ideas of how to calm your mind. And so if you are meditating with us for the first time and you find it to be a challenge, like everybody pretty much does all the time, go ahead and check out that video. It's on obviously my Facebook page, which you are more than likely on right now, Jennifer Coffee QVC. But otherwise, you just hop in, you have a seat, and we be silent. We be silent for just a few minutes. So it's a new month, and as with any new month or new year, or in my opinion, any new day, any new minute, we have an opportunity to hit a reset button. And whether that reset button is based in any kind of calendar or chronological setting, it's just good to do so. At least for me, it feels very cleansing. So I thought I would return to something that I had spoken about earlier, and you may find it resonates even better on that first day of the month, or if you're meditating with us for the first time, it may resonate too. And it kind of ties back to why we even meditate in the first place. People will give you different reasons, and certainly I come to it for different reasons daily. I came to it initially just because I needed to calm my anxious mind. I am a very type A personality and am always seeking ways to get a hold of a situation or to control a situation, frankly. And that is not based, I believe, it's not based in our spiritual side. It's based in something that is tied in with our ego. So I came to meditation because I wanted to calm that part of me. And I think a lot of people do the same thing. Our minds are busy and our lives are busy, even when we're at home, and we're seeking respite. And for some people as well, a connection to our higher power. And I think those are all beautiful reasons. So, how might we better do that when we meditate? That can also translate to other times in our lives or other situations throughout the day. And it comes back to a very old concept, one that I posted on my other Instagram page yesterday, because I'm a quote fanatic. And so I put all those on my Jennifer Coffee page. But it is a quote from Lao Tzu. And it goes a little something like, if you are depressed, you are living in the past. If you are anxious, you are living in the future. And if you are calm, if you are content, you are living in the present. And it takes maybe a couple times to digest that, but I believe it to be very true. If I am sad, and again, this is just me, but I feel that if I am sad, I'm probably replaying something in my mind that has already happened that brings me down. It happened to me yesterday. I found myself just in this funk. And when I kind of connected to it, I realized it's because I'm playing something back over that had already happened that I cannot control anymore, that I cannot change, that doesn't exist because it already happened, right? The only way to go into the past is to think about it. So basically, we're daydreaming about the past, and that brings us down. Okay, so that's false. If I'm worried, if I'm anxious, it's because I'm projecting into the future. Um, maybe I'm thinking about a show later today that I'm anxious about because it's a new product I've never presented before. I'm just using my own example. Well, I'm creating a scenario that does not exist, that likely won't exist, by the way. So I am reaching into this fictional universe that doesn't exist yet, right? Because the future doesn't exist. We only have the now. So I'm sad because I'm back there. I'm worried because I'm over there. And none of that can I control, nor should I try to. So the only logical place to be is in the now. Because that is truly the only time that really exists. It's a bit of a mind play, but it's true. And if you study from a psychological aspect or scientific aspect, time itself, even that will show you that it's true. There is no actual past except in here. There is no future except in here. The only thing that we know for fact exists is right now. And that can be very calming. Because in any particular now, like right now, roof over my head, coffee in my cup, friends before me, my health inside of me, quiet around me, the now is quite beautiful. And if I embrace that in every now, and then the next now, and the next now, as it comes, we can find calm there. So I offer up that to you in this now as we meditate, but hopefully also something that you can carry with you as you go throughout your day. If you catch yourself being sad, why is that? We're likely dwelling in something that's already happened. And if you catch yourself tense in your neck or in your body, or your breath is short, potentially, likely, it's because you're over there. You're in that future. You're trying to control what doesn't exist yet. So maybe throughout the day when we find ourselves in that moment, we repeat, I am present. I am present. I am present. And I see some of our comments that are coming in, and I agree, Marlene, that it's hard sometimes, right? And just like anything that is challenging, it takes practice. I'm not going to walk over to my weights and pick up a 100-pound weight and expect to be able to do this with it immediately. But I can start with the 10s and go to the 12s and the 15s And eventually I might be able to do that with that 100 pounds. If it feels like 100 pounds now, just keep at it. And one of the ways that we can keep at it is by doing what we're going to do right now. Right? So let's go ahead and come into our comfortable seat. If you're not there already, like I said yesterday, and God bless all of you for showing up this early in the morning, but like I said yesterday, put the coffee down for just a second, or 10 minutes. And let's start to work the kinks out and let that seep in what we just talked and thought about. And set all our thoughts aside for now as much as we can and come into our breath. So go ahead and close your eyes, and I'll guide you through. And let's just take a couple of deep breaths. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhaling in the present and exhaling for sadness and worry. Inhaling and exhaling. It's just one breath at a time. That's what life is. You'll hear a bell at the beginning. We'll sit in silence for 10 minutes. You'll hear a bell at the end. Keep your eyes closed if you can. And as your mind races, because at the beginning of the day, that controlling part of us wants to sort out the whole day. But remember, the only time that exists is right now. I am present. I am present. come on back to the present. Did you find yourself saying, I am present several times throughout that? I don't know, it helps me to have an anchor because darned if my thoughts don't start trying to sort out the whole day. And that's okay. It's behavior that we are slowly, not undoing entirely because we need a little of that, but maybe just loosening its grip on us a little bit. So stay as long as you like or as long as you can. Bring back a little movement into your fingers and toes. And open up those eyes if you haven't already. And thank you so much for meditating with me. I will give you a break tomorrow from early morning meditations. I believe it's 2 p.m. I've got my schedule posted on Facebook and Instagram. So 2 p.m. tomorrow is our meditation. And the intent or the hope is that, sometimes I'll leave you with something that you're able to come back to throughout the day, not just in meditation. So if we are in the midst of a busy Friday and we find ourselves caught up or pulled in 1,000 different directions, or if we find ourselves sad, remember, I am present. I am present. Thank you for all of your thank yous that I see. And as always, I go back and look at all of your comments, and I hope you have a fantastic day. I will be on the air today twice, at 1 p.m. for a 3-hour show with my guy Isaac, and back at 9 p.m. for a 1-hour show with my guy Isaac, because he has the TSB today. Have a great day, everyone. Namaste. Stay present. Rabbit, rabbit.